You have a gambling story?
I have a gambling addiction.
You have a gambling addiction.
Yeah.
I think I already knew that. You know how I knew that?
How do you know that?
Because I remember the first time you ever told me about it, I could see the look in your eyes, like you had just
The gleam.
yeah, like some people go to the casino and they win like $100 and they're like, oh, that was fun, and then some people you talk to them the next day and they're like, I won $100.
Like scratching my arm, my neck. Like, you guys want to go back?
Yeah, no. So I'm not surprised, but do tell.
So yeah, I have a gambling addiction. So the other day, me and a couple of boys were having some beers.
As they do.
The casinos are open now, so we're like, let's hit the tables. We're like, we don't really want to get an Uber and do all that shit. We were already in one at that point. So I was like, oh, I have a Bet365 account, and you can play live blackjack. So it's like a Twitch stream, basically, with a live dealer, and she deals you cards, and you play your hands, and there's like a little chat box. And you can
Is it automated? Like it pre-recorded? Or it's a live dealer
You're
on camera?
You're talking to a lady. And so, yeah, I mean, we were in one, and we got on the tables. We were doing really good. We were hot. We were winning.
Like you guys are winning every hand and you're up substantial money.
Yeah, we were just like couldn't lose.
Yeah.
Could not lose.
Okay.
But the best part was that it was a live chat room. And so we could talk to the dealer.
Oh.
And so it was a female dealer.
Oh no. Oh no. Hang on.
I didn't,
Hang on.
the gender
Hang
isn't
on.
really important. Okay, it's a little important.
What did you guys do, man?
So at first, we were pretty respectful at first. her name was Courtney. She's from Latvia.
Latvia.
Yeah, that's where these tables are. They're in Latvia.
Oh, so it's like a sweatshop for like
It
blackjack.
really is.
Like for blackjack dealers.
Yeah, and that's, she has an accent or whatever. So we're talking to her a lot. Like I changed my name. Her name's Courtney. I changed my name to Courtney's boyfriend. And the thing is, there's like 20 people at the table, but nobody else is in the chat room. I'm the only one talking. I'm like, I'm like, come on, give me the cards, Courtney. Like, let's go. Everybody else
being a drunk white guy, like tourist in Vegas with a fucking unbuttoned Hawaiian shirt. Like,
Exactly.
Come on.
And so we're just winning and winning. What you do when you get hot, you're like, let them eat, let the kids eat. It's free money. Thanks for the free money, saying stuff like that.
Kind of talking shit, but kind of like
but she's like, oh, you're welcome. Like they actually enjoy when you win because then you stay there and you spend a little more.
Sure.
So I'm saying all this stuff and we're winning a lot. And so we don't want to leave the table. But then all of a sudden I get kicked off and it shuts down my account. We get kicked out of the tables, shuts down my account. And I was like, what the fuck? So reboot it.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it says your account's been restricted. There's restrictions on your account. You can only withdraw your money. You can't do any gambling here. And I'm like, what the fuck happened? So at this point, it's 4 a.m. I'm wasted. So I emailed them. I'm like, hey, what happened to my account? I want access immediately.
You sent an email at 4
At 4 a.m.
Wow.
I have an addiction. I mentioned this.
I wouldn't send an email sober.
Probably horrible grammar. Probably didn't spell anything right. They get back to me that night and they say, okay, we need to schedule a phone call. What time works best for you? At this point, it's probably 4:10 a.m. And I say, call me 24/7 because I want this account back up. I'm anytime, any minute, and I'll answer the phone call.
Fucking addict.
So then I pass out. Immediately after sending that email,
call me 24/7.
And they called me 15 minutes later.
No.
Yeah. So I missed it right after saying 24/7, any minute of any day, and I'll answer the phone call. And I didn't answer. I was passed out drunk.
Yeah. So now they know for sure you're a bot.
Yeah. Well, now they know. I mean, first off, huge red flag to do something like that. Get your account locked out, and then the next minute be like, I need back in. That's huge. That's got to be like the most addict red flag ever. And so a few days goes past of me emailing and saying I'm available for a phone call and missing their phone calls.
Multiple times?
Well, the issue was, so
they call from Latvia.
They call from Latvia.
Yeah.
So now at this point, I'm ready for any and all phone calls. Like I'm just like, I need to answer this because I need back in, right? Yeah. And so I feel my phone vibrating. So I'm like, I got it. Like, this is it. And I see Latvia. It buzzes once and it ends.
No.
And it's like, you can't ring me once. And I emailed I sound like a crazy person right now.
Yeah.
I emailed them and I was like, you need to call me for longer than, for longer than one ring. Finally, they call me and I'm speaking to a nice English woman. And she's like, hello, Matthew. I just want to talk about some of the comments that were said on the tables the other night.
Oh, no.
And at this point, like, we were drunk and we really weren't ever mean.
Yeah.
But I was like, what did we say? Like, what did we...
Right.
And so she says...
So at this point, you have a little bit of recollection as to what you said as to like, oh, yeah, get like the kids eat.
Yeah, I knew...
But there's a good to fair chance you could have said, show us her tits kind of thing.
Pretty good chance.
Okay.
And so I'm trying to sound like a sound mind, not an actor. And I'm like, okay. And she says, just want to talk about some of the comments.
Hear your foot tapping in the background.
and so I'm like, absolutely, whatever you want to talk about. And I'm like, if she says something embarrassing, this is going to be so awkward.
Yeah.
And she says, what does the comment, let the kids eat free money mean? What are you supposed to say to that?
This is on the phone?
Yeah, and she's like in a super professional voice. And so I said something along the lines of, like, let the kids eat. That's like, I was like, it means like...
How do you explain that?
And so I was like, I'm the kid, and like, and I was winning a lot, and
no.
I swear to God, I said all this.
Oh, this is a nightmare, man.
And so I'm like, I'm the kid, and I'm eating up the wins. And I'm on the phone, and I'm doing this. I'm spoon feeding myself the wins. And I was like, the free money is like, it's free money. Like, I can't lose. Like, it's not gambling. It's free money. She giggles a little bit, and she's like, okay, like, that makes sense. Thank you. And then she's like, does gambling ever affect your ability to sleep? I'm like, no. Does gambling like bring you stress or anxiety? I'm like, no. Like, I'm like, oh shit, like, this is like, she's on to me is what I'm thinking. And she's like, has it ever affected your friends or family or love life? And then she says, has it ever like hindered your ability to eat or any of your family to eat? And I was like, oh, she sees that comment as I'm gambling my kids' food money away. I don't have kids. But I could see now how that might come across.
I would also love to think that she thought you accidentally pressed this speech to text button and you were in like an argument with your wife.
Let the kids eat. And then I went hand, free money. So that's when it all clicked for me. I was like, she thinks I'm not feeding my kids.
Oh, that is crazy.
Yeah, man.
Let the kids eat. And you know what's also funny? Have you ever talked to someone and they told you they thought something about you that was wrong, but for like a long time? And you're like, why didn't you ask me about it? Because I would have... Mm-hmm. You went 5 years thinking that I shit myself at that red light in traffic. Mm-hmm. You didn't... I could have told you...
I could have just told you.
But they went that long thinking. Somewhere, a gigantic gambling corporation... because they called you in 15 minutes and it could have been squared away.
Yeah.
But for weeks, they were having like, hey, have you talked to the guy in Canada who's like starving his kids?
Yeah.
Like for weeks, they were talking about you behind your back, thinking you're that guy.
Yeah. That takes my kids'
grocery money
and puts it into Bet365 and gambles with it.
With a Latvian woman.
But I mean, if I was doing that, the kids would have been eating good because we were hot.
The kids would have been eating fucking...
caviar.
No more fucking cheese and crackers with the red stick?
Steak and lobster.
Wow, dude.
Isn't that crazy?
That is fucking
I got called
nuts.
an addict.
Not only
from a gambling website.
Not even just an addict, a prioritist in the worst regard.
Yeah.
Putting your kids' grocery money into gambling. Mm-hmm. And it kind of makes it even better that it was a woman too. If it was a dude, he could have been like, hey... what's up with you over there? You could have been like, hey, fuck you, man.
What the fuck? I don't know you.
But she was probably like, has it ever affected? Are you? That is fucking crazy.
Yeah, man. But because it took so long to get my money from Bet365 or be able to gamble, I pulled all my money out and I put it into a different website.
What gambling site are you with now?
It's called like Sports Interaction or something.
Yeah, that sounds big.
Well, I got a $200 signing bonus, so.
That's because you gave your data away.
Yeah, I don't really care though. People can have my data.
People can have my data too. You want to buy my credit card transactions for $100? opening bid.
Yeah.
I couldn't give a single shit. Actually, I would almost prefer it because then I get shown stuff that I am historically interested in.
Honestly, like not having targeted ads would suck.
Yeah, just getting ads for like dish soap and stuff.
I'd be like, I don't fucking want dish soap.
Yeah. So I guess the question arises,
Yeah.
do you have a gambling addiction?
See that leg shaking? Well, let me just say this. I say no, but I did go to the casino 4 days after this happened. After the phone call happened. And robbed that place blind too. I'm hot on the tables.
Are you actually right
Yeah.
now? You're on a streak?
I'm scorching hot.
Really?
Yeah.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
So
If you want to go tonight, man, I got nothing going on.
Dude, this is really interesting because in movies and TV shows, people talk about what it's like to talk to an addict, but I'm living it right now.
Yeah.
To you seem normal, but there's all the signs.
Yeah. All the
You
red
just asked
flags.
me to go to the casino tonight.
Would you?
It's a Wednesday.
But is it really gambling if you're winning? It's free money. You go to the casinos, they're handing out cash. Did you know that?
What was the question you asked?
Is it considered gambling if you're only winning?
Okay, I thought that's what you said, but that's weird that you would even ask that question because it 100% is.
It absolutely is.
I'm really glad this is recorded because in like 20 years, when you're living in like Lloydminster and you're just going to the local pub and you're down like $435,000,
I'm just at the VLT machines, just fucking.
this will be a nice trip down memory lane. I feel like as a good friend, I should probably stop you.
You
But
know.
I mean, if the boy's hot, the boy's hot.
Right? Good friend right here.
Thanks for watching that clip. If you liked it, you can check out more on my Instagram, Matt's Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, MySpace, Nexopia, maybe even Facebook too. But I do have my grandma as a friend on Facebook, so probably not. See you later. What do you think about that?
Pretty good. Pretty good. I'll take it.